So let's go. Don't forget, join us on Facebook, Sports Radio Brila from the Facebook fan page. And also on Twitter at Brila FM 89. And also dial the number 090-40,089 and 090-41,889. If you are ready, I'm ready. Sharp, starting line of it.
Yes. Of course, the game talking about France are taking on Morocco in tonight's encounter. And a 4-2-3-1 formation for France. Lloris is the man in goal for the French national team, captain of the side. Use Koundé starter tonight. Varane, Ibrahim Konaté, and of course Théo Hernandez starts for the French national team in tonight's encounter. In midfield, Tchouaméni starts. Yusuf Fofana, and of course, not forgetting Ousmane Dembélé, Antoine Griezmann, Kylian Mbappé, and of course Olivier Giroud starting tonight's encounter. The man in jersey number 9. For Morocco, Bono is the man in goal, the man in jersey number 1. Ashraf Hakimi starts at the back. Of course, the man in jersey number 2. Yamiq, of course, I'm not forgetting Aguerd. Saiss, the captain of the side. Yes, of course, there were doubts about his starting for Morocco tonight in tonight's encounter. But of course, he starts the man in jersey number 6. Of course, not forgetting Mazraoui, the man that's played for Bayern Munich. Of course, he starts in tonight's encounter. Ziyech also starts. Of course, I'm not forgetting Sofyan Amrabat. Yes, the most talked about man in this World Cup. Also starts for Morocco in tonight's encounter. Boufal also starts 5-4-1 formation, and the lone striker up front is Yusuf Nesyri. Of course, that's the lone striker in tonight's encounter.
Good. And the game has started, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, the match has just started. It is Morocco taking on France. France versus Morocco. Man, where's be this kind of game? Has it be like this as it is? As an African team, when you want to play a big team like the French national team, in 2002 you played against England, also a big team. Waiting now the ghosts looking at go field, they look the face of the players of the big team with so much respect, or you just go to say, this is football. You get 2 legs, I get 2 legs. You get head, I get head. Whoa, play ball.
Yes, Bafemi Raji. This is not football, you know. But when you look at this game now, at this level, semi-final, I don't think say fear supposed they here. I don't think say any player supposed to look any player face. Moreover, when you look at this game between France and Morocco, I beg, who be the Europeans, who be the Africans? Now what you go ask? That's the thing. So for me, now 2 African countries they play. For me, yes, that's 2 African countries they play. So that is why this game this evening will be very, very, very interesting. You know, so for me, I look forward to this game. I want to see how this game will end today.
Okay. So let's see how the game will end. Says, man, where's Sabi football? Yes, joining us via the phone line will be our chief analyst, Dr. Larry Zamoje. Yes, he will join us as we count down. I bet we don't want extra time. More now, we know. Straight win. I said now, straight win we want. We don't want anything. At this point in time, joining us, Chairman CEO of Brila Media, Dr. Larry Zamoje. Kochi, good evening, Kochi.
Yes, good evening, Femi.
Kochi, it is France versus Morocco. Game on. Kochi.
Yes, nothing to really fully comment about, but the first thing I've noticed is that Morocco is not sitting back. They are not just waiting to soak pressure. I also have noticed that even Amrabat is ready to run today, and let the world start noting the guy who plays for Fiorentina. He is the new Kante because he carries 4 longs and can run 500 minutes.
Interesting. Well,
yes, that was what was said about Kante very, very many years ago by Pogba himself. When Pogba said Kante is not a normal human being, that he carries 4 lungs. How he confirms that, I don't know. I've just tried to quote him.
well, now the human in Kante is coming out, injuries.
Yes, but my brother, I think Avocado has taken too much risk. Because when you play backline, where you have 3 people returning from injury, you've got to be very, very careful. And that was why before the first whistle, they had to quickly throw in Dari as they saw that the legs of Aguerd of West Ham cannot do this match. And so we have Mazraoui returning from injury. We have Saiss, who is fully bandaged because of that thigh strain that he still carries. We hope he too will not complain along the line. Those are just my worries for Morocco, but man to man, they look good.
All right, interesting. Okay, Coach, we call you from time to time. Man, West Ham is here. He's saying,
Yes, so
he's giving his hailing.
Coach,
My hand up.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, 09040,089, 09041,089. VQ is also here. VQ. Let's get to see how it rolls. How do you think this will roll, VQ? It's the French and the Moroccans. So, I told someone, no, be like saying the AFCON final.
I think one of the reasons
African teams.
Morocco have actually come out attacking in this case is because they know the French guys will not press from the front. You have a Giroud who's 36 and pace is not his a natural strength, so Giroud will not exactly do all of that. But I think they pretty much are leaving dangerously and they've opened up spaces at the back and it's actually going to affect them.
Update! Ladies and gentlemen, update! It is 5 minutes, update! VQ, what's the update?
Topmost Morocco are 1 goal down. They've never trailed in this competition. They have not conceded from open play and now they have conceded. Now this could be the trick for the French side. If you make them concede first, there will be nothing for them to sit back and defend. So yes, they have a game to chase. We would see how these guys can stretch now. If there's also one thing that has not really worked out for Morocco, is also the fact that sometimes when they attack also, because of how good they are in terms of the shape and defensively how they are properly positioned, they can maintain a high line, and that would be risky with an Mbappé and a guy like Dembélé as well as Griezmann playing behind Giroud, who of course leads the attack tonight. So yes, the pace of these guys could prove really pivotal, and yes, it was a case of not clearing their lines, and then the French guys also had numbers in the box, and that was why, of course, 2 guys missed it, and then there was a 3rd person to finish off. So yes, looking at it, when you commit overloads into the defense of this nature, you're always going to cause them troubles, and I guess that's why after 5 minutes, France lead 1-0.
Coach, you just talked about this just before this goal came in, and he said he expressed fears and concern about how early and how fast the Moroccans came out and exactly what has happened. We go back to meet the chief analyst, Dr. Lloris, as France lead 1 goal to nothing in this fixture. France 1, Morocco 0, 7 minutes gone. Yes, first 5 minutes go. Okay, 09040,089, 09041,089. Man, where's Sabine? So when this kind of thing happen, now they blame each other first. Wow. This kind of thing.
Bafemi Raji, it depends. Well, for me, this game, I don't know, but make I just hear from Double Doctor. I want to hear what you Double Doctor want to talk about this this very one.
Coach, welcome back. You just talked about the Moroccans going out too early to get goals, and the result is here.
Yes, the name of the game, particularly when you are under pressure, is to block the lines. Do not allow them to no mistakes. It's key. When they went out, they lost their shape. So that was what happened. And when a man is fully strapped, and another just coming from injury, these guys are not 100% fit. They are not 100% fit. I think doctors have reached them coming in or coming back too early. And the French team is a team known for attacks. And so that is what has happened. And the man who just came on, perhaps his mind was not ready for this game, Dari. He plays for Brest. So he was the one that should have cleared from the line. But again, when Udeze will tell you, when you have been told in the dressing room, you will start on the bench, and suddenly they call you and say, you will now start because somebody is injured, it can become a problem. So that's again why he's not been fully warmed up into this game. did not know where exactly to stay, how to throw the leg to clear that ball that was heading for goal, and indeed became a goal. So what has happened to Morocco is just from that defense line, that's our fear tonight, because a lot of those guys are playing at 65-70% fitness level.
Wow. Okay, we're ready to see how it pans out. It is just still early days yet. 9 minutes in the game. Thanks so much, Kochi.
Thank you.
Yes, just 9 minutes gone. Man, we sabi it is Morocco trailing.
Yes, Bafemi Raji, just like we are watching a double doctor talk, where you talk about a player we no expect saying go play, then at the end, they ask you to come in and play. For sure, number one, fear go day your body. True. Number two, you go one meet up. You want show say yes, you be good player, So all of that, if we give you problem, if we give you psychologically, you not be ready for the game, but you just need to come in and play the game because you don't get choice. You get. So for me, I don't know, but the Moroccans, we could see how they will play this game and see how they will take manage and come back for this game. If they feel come back for the game or the way when I look at them, because the French side are they ready to win this game by all means, But interesting game so far so good.
All right, 09040,089. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. This is Ophili calling from
You're
Abuja.
welcome, Ophili.
Yeah. Actually, I appreciate Koshi. Koshi just spoke my mind on the side of Morocco. The fact is that Avogado needs to make changes. Allow these guys who are injured to go to the bench and sit down. Yeah, the French want to replicate what the Brazilians did in 1962 to make sure they hold this trophy. So, but this Moroccan team, they are resilient and they have guts. They are giant killers. So I just believe in what they can do. This is the first goal they are conceiving, except the own goal they score themselves.
Yeah.
So that shows that they can be able to push the French to the floor. They've been saying to themselves, since Tunisia can beat this French team, they can do it. And I believe that they can do it. Yeah. Because if you see the motivation they are having now in the Arab world and Africa, it's beyond what France is getting. Even the king of Morocco is not putting it in regalia. He's wearing a Morocco jersey. So it's a motivation when you see your king build an academy for many of them 8 years ago to grow up. So the fact is that we are still with Morocco. This early goal France played, to me, it's an intimidation. If you watch the Moroccans, they hit goal on target, or Lloris was able to knock it off. If not, it will have been 1-1. So the game is leveled. It's just that Avogado needs to make changes, remove these guys who are injured. That's the truth. Remove them and make these changes so that this Moroccan team, they have a solid wall. They have a solid wall, and I believe in that wall. And they are also terrific when you get to the front of the goal. They are not shy. They can score. Thank you so much, you guys. Thanks. Too far you days there. I appreciate you. I'm enjoying your analysis.
I agree to you, bro. I hear you.
All right, thanks. Thanks, Baba. Thanks. Nice one. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Babaraji. Good evening, guys, fine, Vicky, and everyone in the studio. Yeah, this is Stanley calling.
You're welcome.
Babaraji and everyone, it's all over. It's all over. There's no need. France are to the final. I can tell you categorically. So let's let me just go through it because France are already. Do you know why? It's very difficult for a team that comes out. When a team comes out to play defensive football and they concede first, it's very difficult for them. So automatically it has destabilized their game plan. If you look at the formation and look at Morocco, that just like you said, this is their first time they're conceding first in this World Cup, if I'm not mistaken. So they are not used to coming from behind. Morocco is not used to coming from behind. They are a team that likes to play on the counter. Let's hold them, hold and play on the counter, score, then hold the game. Just like the 200 pattern. They hold, then they attack. That's their pattern. So now that they are considered first, they have no other option than to come out. So can they afford to come out against this French team that, as you said, has the Dembélé that's very pacey and skillful, and Mbappé that is very pacey, very fast and skillful, and the Griezmann that is there. So if they try it, it's only going to result to more goals. Honestly, my two teams coming to this World Cup were Morocco and Argentina. I won't lie. But honestly, I didn't even expect that Morocco to go this far. I will not also lie about my two teams coming to this World Cup because of Messi and because of Morocco was my best African team apart from Nigeria. So now I feel like this, I won't lie, it's all over. I don't see Morocco getting a draw in this match because France will hit. That's what France wanted. Then they score first, early goal, destabilize their because France know they're going to sit deep and play on the counter. Now France have stabilized their formation. Now for them to now come out, create spaces for Mbappé and the rest to run into those spaces, and it's going to just be goals, and more goals. So what I'm going to do is just maybe a 2-1 or a 3-1, but it's not going to be like it's not going to be a whitewash. Like maybe it's not going to be like 4-0 or 3-0 or no, it's not going to be a whitewash. But to me, it's all over. Honestly, it's all over. Nothing Morocco can do in this match. Their game plan has been destabilized because they're doing a nice job.
Okay, anyway, thanks so much. It's a game of 90 minutes, and we're just 15 minutes gone. Let's wait and see. 09040,089, 09041,089. France 1, Morocco 0. Hello, good evening. Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening to you.
Good evening, I hail you.
Good evening.
Yeah, welcome.
My name is Barrister Obochukwu Jonathan.
You're welcome, Barista.
It's not over, man. To me, I don't concur like that. I go to say it's over. I beg. Now so to give up for this part of the country. I beg. I'm not being like emotional about it anyways. But the truth is that, yes, these guys have destabilized them, but they're going to come back. Do you understand? After all, let them say go do mistake now. Are you fans not go do mistake? They go do mistake now. So I wouldn't want to say that it's over. Even if it's over, even if they win, they try. But I don't want to even go to that line. But I know that Morocco will have a draw in this match and to lead to extra time, and Morocco will win.
It's possible.
Do you understand? Morocco will win. Everything is possible, I beg. You guys have a great time, man. I'm enjoying myself here too.
All right, thanks so much. I appreciate you. 09040,089, 09041,089. Hello, good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, so what's your name?
Emmanuel is my name.
You're welcome, Emmanuel. France 1, Morocco 0.
I talked yesterday now. Morocco, they go house. They're not easy. Bro, we can do it, sir.
Yeah, good evening, bro. Welcome.
Yes, I hear you.
Oh, yeah, no, that's so.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
At home, they go straight because see Argentina, they carry them for mine because they think they are waiting they do. I don't like that. Bruno gave for 90 days. That referee don't even look at twice. They carry eyes through it. No worry. France will go jam them for final. And they don't go carry them. They cheat me. They don't worry. So, I hear you, sir.
Oh, yeah, no
I hear everybody.
No wala. What could be happening? Is it, I know the difference between the defense or defending. Is it the teams defending that's a problem or the defense? What's happening?
I think for me, Obafemi Raji, I think the injuries where the players where they come back from injuries now, where they're forced to play this game, it don't really they show. It they really show right now. Because if you look at the game right now, there are some players, some defenders who get experience for Morocco, highly experienced defenders, but their calculations they did very wrong. They didn't get their calculations right, and when you don't get your calculation right, it becomes a problem. So for me, if you look at the captain of Morocco, I think for me, they fit for this game. If they don't remove him for this game, if they don't remove him, Vicky, Obafemi Raji, Pius, if they don't remove that captain for this game, Morocco will concede another goal for this game. For this first half, because he's showing already. I don't blame the coach, because normally a coach, when you get confidence for your players and you feel say yes, these players now will give you results. Whether they are injured or not, you won't force them play. We don't see how happen many times. Through by playing this, and they do them, and they can take two injections, pain relief, For groin. I don't play Europa game. I pull my shoulder, I get 2 groin.
But then load you with
pain, yes. Painkiller injections. I took painkiller injections to play the games. So for me, I think Morocco coach should just wake up and see how he go take turn this game around. I said as no day fit. First of all, make you remove him and put a player where they fit to play this game.
All right. Okay, let's go back to meet our chief analyst, Dr. Larry Zamoje. Kochi.
Yes, Femi, Saiss wanted to get into the record books. He's already there. And now he has a signal to the bench that he wants to be replaced. Because it's too up.
Yeah.
And that was why, you see, you need flexibility. Look at the net. You can turn left and right. And that's what it is when you play in the defense. When the ball is lobbed ahead of you, you should be able to turn. Once you miss it, if you don't want to head, you turn immediately and play with the legs. But that can only be done when you are fully fit. So fitness was the reason they almost considered goal number 2. And he seems to be kind enough and has signaled to the coach to please replace him. So once that is done, the next that the whole of Africa I should be looking at is Mazraoui. If he too is 100% fit. Now you will discover, you see, the French, they seem to be enjoying their game and moving freely because these boys are not able to run back to form the defense shape that carried Morocco to this stage of this competition. So that is what has been happening. We soon will see the skipper go out. And that is what is about to happen, if you want to confirm.
Yes, confirmed. Substitution right now. He called for it. And then...
In fact, in Pidgin Palace, he's saying, this leg no let me play ball. I won't come out. The leg no work. I will not try, doctor, for the thing don't show.
So after 20 minutes, after passing a late fitness test different from actual play.
Tell me, what the guy wanted to do is just a shame that he considered an early goal. 10, 20, 40, 50 years from now, when they said Africa first qualified for the semi-final of the World Cup in the year 2002, they will say, who were the players for Morocco? So to now name him as the starter. He should have done that for 1 or 2 minutes and allowed this other guy to play the match. You see, when they started this game, some members of the Moroccan team were not as enthused as their coach, Rigagui. So the coach was the one who showed more enthusiasm, more passion for his country tonight, because some of the boys must have felt why they come they mix up with guys who know their leg not good now. If you notice it when they were coming out, the coach was even singing the anthem more than the players, because that is how it goes. No matter how good a man is, if he's injured, he's injured. You don't get him into this kind of high tempo match. Not when he has to face Dembélé, face Griezmann, and face Mbappé.
Wow, interesting one. Well, thanks so much, Kochi. The game is still on. It's 22 minutes. France 1, Morocco 0. Thanks so much, Kochi.
Thank you, Femi.
So 1-0, France leads. The defending champions are looking good to advance to the final and perhaps make a successful defense of the title. Yeah, VQ.
There's something the French guys appear to have done right tonight. While we were talking about Mbappé being suspect and his wing, his position was going to be taken advantage of if you commit the Moroccans there. Théo Hernandez appeared to be playing a bit of a high line tonight because when they build, Ibrahima Konaté is comfortable to play on that side. So he allows the man to advance, talking about Théo Hernandez, and Mbappé to chuck in a bit into the central areas in support of Giroud. But Mbappé looks like he's the main guy. They seem to have their eyes on him, and that is pretty much working for them. In the early parts of this game, Dembélé has had a good one against Mazraoui. Twice he's drawn him out of position. But I think maybe one thing that should have been done by the French guys is to make sure they commit to supplying him more balls and see how well he's able to cope with the guy, or if he can create something from that place and get them going again. The goal they scored actually started from that place, and it looks like before he gets tired, you probably want him to test his legs against the defender who's just coming back into the side and only passed the fitness when he started training, I think some 48 hours before this game, and we're not sure what he comes in with. But yes, Ibrahima Konaté gives them a bit of solidity in that left area, and it is looking really good for the French guys. But this game, of course, still has a lot to unfold about it.
All right, 09041,089, 09040,089. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. No vex. Hello, good evening.
The removal of Saiss is something that really shows that the Moroccans really wants to win this game. And he has also shown that he is disciplined by calling for change. So since he has been removed, now the Moroccan defense can solidify. So the attack, they can move ahead. So it's clear now that the Moroccans are easily able to attack the French. So we are solidly behind Morocco. The game is not over. Many investors would like to support France because that's where their money is. Where your money is where your mouth is. But we believe that the Moroccans will take the day.
You did not.
Because the French,
you did non-investors, Adi.
Yeah, the investors. When we say investors, these are better.
I know. I say you are one of the non-investors. The investors
exactly. We need the trophy to come to Africa. Exactly. We just want the trophy to come to Africa because this is African time to carry it. Despite the fact it's not African, we all are Africans. And our who will go. That is, yeah. Yeah, thanks a lot, bro. I'll enjoy you guys. Carry on.
Well done. Aluta. See how we go. How know the wing game? You see, make you say Wakanda forever for 10 years. You know, if you don't win one match. 09040,089, 09041,089. It is France leading Morocco by 1-0. 09040,089, 09041,089. Referee Mababoje. Hello.
Hello. Update.
Actually, update, honey. France 1, Morocco 0. Update.
No be lie. Topmost, I greet you. Good evening.
I greet you too, Babami.
My big man friend, Victor.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. Breezy.
Should I greet you too?
Good evening. My name is Nancy.
You man, where's I be here too?
No be lie. I Ajegule one, your face show, man, where's I be your shoe sign. Topmost, yeah. I say Morocco Prince, yeah, Morocco Jersey, Abi. It seems like making use Morocco flag to the sheets. Today, they will contact today. See, people will get empowered now in this France. France, if they come physical, France, they physical. Now France get their power. France will deal with them today. I no lie for you.
So Sofiane Boufal is booked by the center referee. And that could be a contentious one. VQ.
Yes, he wasn't 100% in control of the ball. Talking about Théo Hernandez, slipped, and then he brought down Boufal in the box. Boufal got a yellow card instead. It's hard to understand that. It's hard to understand that, but I don't know. I don't know where this is going, but I really cannot tell. But then again, every coach is a fantastic coach when you're winning matches. In situations like this, Regagui's got to find a way to respond. If they stop here because of the personnel and everything that they have, yes, you want to show them the respect and say, against all the odds, Morocco got this far. But I think how he responds in situations like this would count in the long run because, of course, what he has done at this stage takes him beyond the Moroccan borders. Takes him beyond the African borders right now. Borders of Morocco, borders of Africa, and he's on the world stage. I mean, these guys had started advertising last night for a new coach for the national team, the Belgian national team, and they said people should apply. I mean, if he gets to a third place and a fourth place and he says he's applying for the job, he may not get it, but on the basis of what he's shown the world, he would be granted an interview to come tell the world what he can do with the Belgian national team. But then again, it's been a tough game for them. I think they are doing everything possible to respond. They need that response so that they can get, the extra fights. But one thing that has also worked for the French guys is that they have 2 ball winners in front of the back four. Tchouaméni and Youssouf Fofana. These are 2 guys that can put bodies on the way. They try to destabilize play, yes, and put in their bodies and try to push the man out of the way and all of that. They good ball winners as well. They've done that well so far in this game. But let's see how things are going. Even Giroud is not letting anything to chance. And it tells you that the French guys, they have their tails up and they want to go all out for this. But Morocco will still need to keep their cool a bit. You do not want to go a man down when you're chasing it.
09041,089. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Baraji.
Yeah, good evening to you.
Vicky, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Welcome.
Yeah, he's calling from GM.
You're welcome. France won, Morocco 0, 30 minutes.
Yes. I know. I just want to pass comment on comment from both callers. To be frank, I get surprised at the way some Nigerians speak on in a sense, I expect people to wait for 90 minutes before they begin to pass judgment. The same people that are saying France is already over. At the time Morocco will equalize and win the match, they still be the same people to come up and tell you, I told you Morocco will win, which is wrong. That is my contribution. They should just be patient. I believe Morocco will come back. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. Says Morocco should come back. He believes Morocco will come back. Ladies and gentlemen, let's move on. Ladies and gentlemen, let's move on. It's a Champions Hour, people. 31 minutes of AXA. AXA, 31 minutes, yo. Yeah? Let me start from me by now. 31 minutes, AXA. It is still France 1, Morocco 0. 09041,089, 09040,089. Hello.
Hello, Baba Femi Raji, good evening.
Hey, what's happening?
Mawe Sabi, I hail you.
I greet you, brotherly. I hail you.
I give you 3 bosa.
Nothing do you.
You see this match, it just be us for eyes like say France don't pass Morocco because this one a test of champion. You see, Morocco don't feel just go pass all the team like that. Make no team test them. But now, if they are a go down and they are able to come back and win, that will boost their confidence for the final. And for me, I think it's better. Because if they can come back now, they have the mentality of champion that can help them to face the Argentina team and win them. So for me, I think that is good. It's game on.
All right. All right, thanks so much. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
All right, 09040,089, 09041,089. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening to you.
Yeah.
You say what?
My name.
Ah, man, Baba, go and reorganize. France, they lead you 1-0 now. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Baba Femi Raji.
Yeah, good evening to you.
Good evening, Victor. Good evening, Mawe Sabi.
I hail you. Good evening.
Baba Femi Raji.
Huh?
I know we all love Morocco to win this game.
What's the name, Mama?
Okay, this is Zainab on the line.
You're welcome, Zainab.
Yes, I know we want Morocco to win this game. But for me, I wouldn't want them to win it because I wouldn't want them to make it easy for Argentina to win the cup. You understand me? So it's better for France to win it. So both Argentina and France will yes, they will fight it out. But if Morocco should go through now, it will be very easy for Messi to win the cup. So I wouldn't want Morocco to go through. And I'm saying it because of Bawe Sabi there. Thank God that he's there this evening. Thank God that he's sitting down there. So that's my wish. That's what I wish.
But if Morocco beats France, it means Morocco is a good side, good enough to beat France, and also good enough to go and beat Argentina.
No, I don't think so, Papa February.
That's
Because okay, but that's my own wish, sir. That's what I wish to see. Thank you.
Okay, no wahala, Madam Zainab. Madam Zainab has wished against Morocco, and she's rooting for France. 09040,089, 09041,089. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Jeremiah speaking.
You're welcome.
My good evening.
Yes, I hear you.
Morocco, they will collect. Maybe they are dedicating their winning to Arab. Let them dedicate their losing to Arab too. They will collect.
Where are they hear all this information from?
That is the post match of these players now. After they don't know what you say, say they keep the game to all Arab, not African. So they will dedicate the lose to Arab too.
Now, so
let them go.
You are sure you heard that thing, or person tell you?
Yes. I heard it myself. Yes.
You hear them?
I heard them.
Which of the players talk of?
I forget his name.
You will forget in Jesus' name. I know.
That is the truth now. This is what the player said. Say the kid is winning to up.
Nah, lie. We go play back that lie. You dey hear Arabic?
I don't hear Arabic.
I mean, they hear French. Which language did they talk of? English, French, or Arabic?
I don't know. But the interpretation says that this is what he said.
No wahala,
so
no wahala. Don't hear you. Let's move on. Ladies and gentlemen, my friends, enjoying a movie with all flair. VQ, there was a situation right now. Talk to us about it.
Tchouaméni, yes, was the man who held the ball from the middle, waded past the sea of legs and guys who were trying to intercept possession and intercept play and get the ball off him. But he was able to stand firm and he teed up Kylian Mbappé, who got in the area but was unable to pull the trigger. The shot wasn't exactly very strong. But somehow, yes, the ball got out of the danger zone. They were able to recycle position. Cross found Giroud in the box and he took a shot at goal, but it went narrowly wide. And yes, it still stays at a 1-0. Morocco, they've got to do the best that they can at this point in time to ensure that it doesn't go 2 goals up. Because if it does, I doubt if there will be any way back for them
we'll begin
in
to
this
do like
game.
Croatia, George Agbasa. Okay, at this point in time, we meet our chief analyst, the chairman, CEO, Brila Media, Dr. Larry Zamaje. It is still France 1, Morocco 0. Kochi.
Femi,
yes,
the coach of Croatia said they played their worst game yesterday. That is what Morocco is beginning to dish out. This is the only time in this tournament we've seen Morocco with the opponent attacking them, and you don't find their 5-man line of defense. The French have been able to erase it with very fast breaks. But when they are doing slow build-up, Moroccans are able to recover and create the 5-man line. So speed is becoming a denominator. So the French break is like lightning, very sharp. And so what we have is the Moroccans who join, the midfielders who join the attackers looking for this equalizer. Once play is disrupted, they lose the ball. And the transition, they are unable to quickly move back to keep their shape. And so that's why it appears now that with the speed that the French midfielders and attackers have, they are enjoying the game. It's like a practice session when they do their breaks. So that is what we are having now. I think Morocco should go back to the shape that took them here. If they go back to that shape and continue to contain and do their own counters, they may get the equalizer. But it will be worse if they continue to do what they are doing now and allow the French to throw men at them. A second goal will be bad. A third will mean game over.
Wow.
So what we have, Femi, is that even when they are building from the goal area, you find that the French throw 2 or 3 men against the 2 or 3 trying to build up. So that shows confidence on the part of the French and disorganization on the part of Morocco. Watch them when the French start moving the balls around. You don't find them stretching. You see what has just happened. They are not seeing the 5-man line of defense. And they are creating gaps. And so the French are beginning to enjoy the gaps, the spaces between the defenders. So see what they are playing. You see, what you enjoy is off-the-field movement by players. Take your eyes off the ball. See how players move when they are not with the ball. That's when you enjoy football.
Interesting one. Wow. Let's pray the Moroccans to get it right. So that this game will not go beyond 1-0, like you said, Kochi.
That's what they say. That's what they call how we play. They are not playing the way they play. Morocco is not playing the way Morocco plays.
All right. Thanks so much, Kochi.
Thank you.
Wow. Okay, start to pray for Morocco. For now, when they leave from Morocco Road, start praying for Morocco. If Morocco should win this game, trust me, free bus. Free ball, or just out to Morocco straight. Free bus, or just out to Morocco. All right, 09040,089, 09041,089. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name first time caller. My name is Adedeji.
First time caller, Adedeji. The first time caller. Take them, break your head, correct.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I heard a woman that was saying that Morocco cannot win, that they should not be this little so that they will not go and mess up with Argentina. The Morocco that is difficult to pull out the mighty Russia, to pull out the mighty Belgium, sorry, and what do they call them? Portugal. They can beat anybody. That is that. Then, secondly, the man that is saying the Morocco dedicates something to whatever. That one is not the issue now. Let the cup come to Africa soil. That's all we are on. It's not a matter whatever they like to dedicate it to. Let the cup let Africa even have the taste of the cup. That is all what we are for.
All right.
Let everybody support Morocco. I believe Morocco will still come back.
All right.
No matter how. Thank you.
All right. Thanks so much. I appreciate you. 09040,089, 09041,089. You always difference, buddy. Remember when after having won the World Cup in 1998, they went on straight to win the Euros in the year 2000, right, VQ? And they went ahead before the old Iggy Aga of 2002. Was,
and then they hit reset again.
Yeah, there was crinkle, and then they hit reset button again. And that's why in Russia 2018 they won it. The Euros, they experienced the disappointment.
Final in 2006.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
It wasn't for
yes.
The hot blood.
Yeah. But I'm talking about even recently. And then the Euros, and then right now, they're in another, another semi-final, heading out for the final. 09040,089. Hello. Hello, good evening. Ooh, please call back. Okay, it is 43 minutes on the clock. Pius is right here to tell us what it starts like after 43 minutes. Pius, talk to us.
Yes, of course, After 43 minutes of play, it's still France leading Morocco by 1-0. Courtesy, the goal scored courtesy of the man talking about Théo Hernandez. Yes, in terms of the statistics in this particular encounter, France have lesser ball possession because Morocco have taken the lead in that one in terms of ball possession because they have 55% of the ball as against 45% to the French national team. Of course, 10-10 for the French guys and just 3 for Morocco. Shots on goal, 1 apiece for both sides in this particular encounter. Block shots 3 have gone the way of France, and of course 1 for Morocco. Shot off goal 6 for France, 1 for Morocco. Free kicks 5 for France, 7 for Morocco. Corner kicks 2 for France, 1 for Morocco. Offsides 2 for France, 1 for Morocco. And of course in terms of throw-ins in this particular encounter, 5 throw-ins apiece for both sides. In terms of goalkeeper save, Lloris have been called to action once in this particular encounter because it's made 1 save while Bono has been unable to make any save in this one. The one he could have made resulted in the back of his own net. Of course, that was the only goal for France. Fouls 5 for France, 4 for Morocco. Yellow cards none for France, and of course just 1 for Morocco in this particular one. Yes, of course, total passes, 202 total passes for France. And of course, 177 of those have been completed, while for Morocco, 258 total passes and 232 of those have been completed. Yes, 11 tackles for France, 7 for Morocco, 50 attacks for France, 8 of those have been dangerous, while for Morocco, 50 attacks also, 12 of those have been very dangerous. Yes, of course, they might have considered, but of course, Bafemiraji, they're actually coming very close to getting the equalizer.
All right. A chance for Morocco. Would have leveled up.
Yeah, it's almost,
it is still 1-0.
It was almost 1-1 in that situation, and it was a defender. That's the one who came on, jersey number 18, Amla, who replaced. Who replaced Saiss in this game, was the one who had an overhead kick, and Lloris had to get a hand to it because it's not clear where it was going now, if it was going against the bar, if it was going to the net, but Lloris got a hand to it to avoid all reasonable doubts and ensure that they still maintain the lead. But that was a moment for Morocco right there, and they probably should have come in. So maybe, just maybe, if they are good at set-piece situations where they can actually get something like this one has shown, maybe they should try to get as many as possible. They've had 3 already, but this particular one has shown that they can ruffle the feathers. So yes, 3 minutes at a time right now as far as this one is concerned. But let's see how it is going. From their first corner in this game, talking about Morocco, they were able to ruffle the feathers of their opponents, and then they've gotten a second corner. Ziyech knows how to bend it, and he does it so well. But maybe that's where they should be looking at and see if there is a possibility to ruffle the feathers of their opponents, because in terms of general play, it is looking a bit difficult for them to break down these guys and create something for themselves. So maybe a set-piece situation can help them get level, and then they can begin to think of holding this game into extra time. But as long as they have a game to pursue, of which they are already trailing since the 5th minute of this game, they would want to throw a bit of caution to the wind and say, okay, you know what, let's try a bit of this and try a bit of that. Because if they sit back in their own half also, the bad thing about it is that the French guys can decide to be passing in their own half, and you don't come to us, we don't come to you. The game can end that way.
All right. 3 minutes additional time. 66.666% of the 3 minutes gone. I mean 2/3. It is still France leading by 0-0 against Morocco. Morocco. I want to be an international conductor. I think that should be my route. From Yaba to Morocco. Is this playing? Does they play? 09040,089. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening. This is Michael from Koundé.
You're welcome, Michael.
First-time caller.
Michael is a first-time caller. Michael, France 1, Morocco 0. Yeah, now, Michael. They've got a set piece.
They tried, they do well.
Right now.
See, I beg, Morocco team, the way they play now, they don't fall back. They don't play the way they take start at all. I don't blame them, that. Last they don't tire. But they go so now, this one I hope you low.
MCD.
It just go be like Argentina and Croatia. This is 3. They go collect that.
Yeah, now more where they see.
Yeah, now.
Yeah,
Thank
no.
you.
Nice one. Okay, Vicky talked to us. There was an incident. And once again, another.
Yes, from the set piece taken by the man talking about the Chelsea man, Hakim Ziyech. There were a bit of ruffling in the box from the two sides. You had the French guys. Half-time already, but they also got another as the French guys were trying to break away. But the way Kylian Mbappé won the ball, suggested to the referee that there must have been a foul, and the referee called for a foul. Another was sent into the box, but it was not to be. Well, not bad. Football is played for 90 minutes. Morocco can actually look at where they can hurt this side now and get a few things going for them. There's a particular guy who's an analyst. He's been at Liverpool for 8 years. He's part of this Morocco setup as one of their analysts, and maybe himself and the other guys can put heads together now and suggest to the coach that, you know what, this is where we think they are weak. This is where we think a set piece can help. This is where we think we can do one or two other things that can give us at least a lifeline in this game. Because the second goal for Morocco will be difficult it will be a taller task for them to get back into this game.
Right, interesting. We got bills to pay. Top time already. At this point in time, we go. And it's time for the second 45. In the meantime, halftime. It is France 1, Morocco 0. It's the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022, and we are Brila. Morocco by goal to nothing. I don't know why I'm loving in them Morocco. It's making me feel like just being a conductor for one day. Morocco, Morocco, Morocco. I can't wait for Morocco to score. You are going to shout Morocco, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, France 1, Morocco 0. 48 minutes gone. This is Brila FM's coverage of the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. It is the second semi-final. And France lead Morocco by a goal to nothing. 49 minutes gone in the game already. And it's the second half. Yes, we will have our chief analyst, Dr. Larry Zamaje, the chairman CEO of Brila Media. Let's got to find out how the second half can be soft enough. When I say soft, so that we won't early enough say Church Abasa, like we did for Croatia last night when they faced Argentina. But right now, the Moroccans holding their own. The Moroccans are pushing. Morocco is saying no. We won't go down just like that. The Moroccans are showing a lot of resilience. The Moroccans are showing intensity, tenacity, and the propensity to win this game. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point in time, let's go meet our chairman CEO of Brila Media, Dr. Larry Zamaje. Kochi, welcome back, Kochi.
Yes, Femi, thank you.
It's the second half already. Kochi, what can Redagu do to salvage this so that they can come back? No, we're not saying 1-1.
Well, self-belief is key, fighting spirit. But what we seem to be seeing is that the French is playing very narrow. And so they are forming a cluster. And then the pace of Mbappé is beginning to be a problem. You just saw Hakimi now going to buy granola, like I always say. And he said in this game, no friendship. No friendship. So the fighting spirit has to return. If anything happens and Morocco loses this game, Femi, I will tell you for free, it was lost. Just like Dalic did for the Croats yesterday, it was lost by the technical people before the first whistle. When your backline is injured, you don't risk them. So far, they have changed 3 of the 4-man backline that the man named in the locker room coming into this game. 1 he quickly replaced before the first whistle, and 2 now he has taken out. Off. What it simply means is they were not fit. They were not fit. And you don't go into this kind of battle playing names. This is the kind of thing we see Nigerian coaches do.
Coachy.
Yes, you don't play names. You don't play names. You play fit players. When you know the French, they come to you faster than Argentina. Speed is the main thing for Dembélé and particularly Mbappé. Speed. And so you need men who are very, very fit. A 4-man backline, 1 was replaced before the first whistle. 2 others after the first half or within the first 48 minutes. When it happens like that, it shows clearly that the doctors were not truthful enough to coach Griezmann, or the players themselves were not truthful enough to the doctors. At times, doctors will give you some medications, they don't work, and you will still say, I am fine, I can carry on, because you want your place on the list. So that's what has happened to Morocco. But let's say belief. It's a belief that will give them this. Belief.
Okay, belief. Belief, Kochi, belief. Yeah, belief can work. Belief can work. Thanks so much, Kochi.
Yes, and Femi, before I just drop, let me address the Morocco, Africa or no Africa issue, so that we can let this rest finally. I have heard a few of our callers say that people should not support Morocco because they say they are Arabs. Well, this is what Coach Griezmann said just before they took on Portugal, and I quote him, verbatim. There are moments in history that make people that changed their minds. And it's upon us, the Arabs and African cultures, to show that we are ready. The Arabs and the Africans, to show that we are ready. I think it's impossible, when he was asked about coaches, I think it's impossible that Manchester City or Barcelona will bring an African or Arab coach. So what the man has demonstrated on behalf of his team is that they are Africans and they are also Arabic or Arabs. So they are Africans. Geographically, Morocco is in North Africa.
Yes.
The coach has said we are Africans, and I hope it can now rest. I am watching an African team.
Thanks so much, Coachy.
I am from Nigeria, but from a place in Nigeria. I am from Africa, from a place in Africa.
Exactly.
So these Moroccans are from North Africa, from a place in North Africa where Arabic is the culture.
Correct.
But that does not make them non-Africans.
Exactly. Thanks so much, Coachy.
Thank you very much.
All right. Okay, interesting. Now you understand. You where they call the talks every time. Say we don't go support them. 09040,089, 09041,089. 55 minutes gone. Vicky, tell us. We hear it's been Morocco pressing hard.
It's been one onslaught of attack to another, and they've actually been on the French team. Yes, Achraf Hakimi whipped the ball in 50th minute into the penalty area, but one of the defenders was allowed to clear before he could pose any danger. One of the defenders, yes, in this case, was Rafa Varane, who reacted quickly to clear. And let's also let you know that at some point, Kylian Mbappé took a break. Yes, he hit the entire Moroccan defense on a break and went all the way, running past the players before he was brought down by Amrabat. But the referee, of course, waved on, and Mbappé had the medics attending to him for about a minute in this game. Yahya Ait Allah, yes, Aitia Allah, yes, of course, passed the ball into the box before the opposing defenders in the 54th minute were doing their best to clear, and it was all of them retaining the possession in the half of the French side and causing them problems. And I think this is a wake-up call, no doubt about that. That Morocco, of course, they want something out of this game. They want to still give it a fight. And even if this exposes them to conceding a second, at least they are having to react for the first time with a situation where they have to go down first, things first, and then look at what will happen eventually as far as the game is concerned. But yes, France themselves have been pretty tight at the back, and they are pretty much keeping it the way a lot of people expected it to go. And that, of course, is something you can't take away from these guys right now. But Morocco are still keeping the pressure in the French half and keeping it as alive as possible. And of course, Achraf Hakimi being the technical leader in this situation, leading from the front and also making the guys give their very best as far as this game is concerned. 57 minutes, France 1, Morocco 0. But certainly the scoreline doesn't tell the whole story.
Interesting. I said give it up to Morocco. Give it up to Morocco. Give it up to Morocco. Please, when you call, just shout Morocco, Morocco. Oh, no. It doesn't even look like an African team playing, does it, Vicky?
No, I don't think it does. I don't think it does. And I think also these guys, they have also paid attention to developing very technical players. Before the match against Spain and after the match against Spain, Luis Enrique kept talking about Ounahi, kept talking about Ounahi, the jersey number 8 guy. You see him, he's unassuming, he's just going about his job, but he's dangerous in transition and in those areas where he needs to make something happen. He does it so well, retains possession, passes well, wins the ball. It makes the late runs into those areas, and you just look at him and you look at what they are doing differently. To be honest, I think on the technical front, these guys have been able to build something special. If we still had the AFCON in front, like say in the next couple of months, like in January, February, like it usually does, like we usually do in this part of the world, a lot of us will be thinking that this Morocco, by virtue of how they've performed in this competition already, they have built a bank of fear into the hearts of a lot of people, because what they have done in this competition would have built fear factor for them. and would help people to be scared. Sometimes you may prepare so well.
My brother, African football go to say no be every.
Nah, so
today, no be today.
You see,
back then, you know.
I actually agree.
Then the Republic go neutralize all.
But
this,
you see that thing they do about
all this congenial.
Yeah, but African football, when it gets to outside the shores of Africa, we're naive. We don't get it beyond a certain level. And I think Morocco has been able to have a combination of a bit of this and a bit of that. And it sort of looks good for them. Whether they go on to perform in those competitions and make it count might be a different thing entirely. But I think on the basis of what they have done at the World Cup, they have done really well, and these guys can be proud of themselves even if they lose this game.
All right, good. All right, thank you so much. VQ. 09040,089, 09041,089. France 1, Morocco 0. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Femi.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yeah, this is Ophili.
You're welcome, sir.
In fact, whenever Koshi analyzes, it gives me a lot of confidence. We are Africans. We need to support Morocco. Morocco is taking the fight to the French, and you see the French are defending. They are making sure that back wall is strong. So it's possible that Morocco will equalize. Before the French can think of a goal, the Morocco will equalize. That's what I'm seeing in this match.
Equalizing.
Yes. Yes, Morocco will equalize before the French think of even scoring. Because if you watch the game, for the past 20 minutes, the French have been defending. They are just comfortable with this one goal in front of their president. Their president is right there in the stadium watching them. So this shows that they just want to get one goal and go home. But this Morocco will equalize and they will win the game. As an African, I stand with Morocco. Here we go. Yeah.
Here we go.
Here we go. With Morocco, I stand. 09040,089, 09041,089. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing?
Baba me, I just do. We did.
So me don't tell.
Not be today, Baba me. France 1, Morocco 0. What's the name?
Kelechi on the line.
You're welcome, Kelechi.
I see this game say Morocco will equalize this game. As the doctor said, in Africa I stand, Morocco I stand, in Nigeria I stand. So they will equalize this game. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, boy, get one move when Mbappé run, take off. That defender don't call slide. That guy
was like 10 yards ahead. Don't pass the guy.
You know, by that one slide, the guy they go Casablanca. Mbappé. If Mbappé was not a footballer, it would be pickpockets. They have pick a pocket, run, pull, then go chase him, then go catch him. If he was not a footballer, for the thief for God to know. 09040,089, 09041,089. Hello.
If I don't. Hello. Good evening.
Yeah, Sabah.
Good evening, big man in the studio.
Yeah, good evening. Welcome.
Yeah, Bernard on the line.
Hey, what's your name?
Bernard on the line.
Oh yeah, no, Bernard.
Yes, Morocco. Morocco all the way. Though I'm not really watching the match, but you guys are really carrying us along over here. So we are following and we are enjoying it. So God bless you guys.
Thank you.
Thank
you. And bless you.
So much. Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Game on.
Okay, game on. Ladies and gentlemen, it is still France 1, Morocco 0. 63 minutes gone in the game. France lead Morocco by a goal to nothing. Morocco. Sorry, I'm just revving my engine. And they rev my engine. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yeah, this is David from Ikorodu.
Welcome, David.
I'm very happy with this game. But what I saw there is that the spirit of Africa is not with Morocco. That's all what I saw there.
You say the spirit of Africa is not with Morocco?
Yeah.
The spirit, I know the spirit left in the quarterfinal because most African countries in the quarterfinal be the best before. You are right. You are right.
Exactly. That's exactly what I saw there.
The spirit of quarterfinal, they banished it, so they abandoned it in quarterfinal. So this one has spirit of winning World Cup. I did them body now.
Let's believe in God, sir. Let's believe in God.
Oh yeah, now.
I will get good.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah,
well done.
Thanks so much. Thanks. He said the spirit of Africa is not in Morocco. I mean, I don't.
Morocco now my ball. Morocco they play ball.
Vicky, what's the statistics? Tell me. Just give me ball possession. Tell me what is happening in terms of stats. Make you first know. We don't say nothing like that one.
For ball possession, 39 to France, 61 to Morocco.
Confirm. That's all. Make you know, say ball. And you can only utilize what you possess. Fine, once in a while, it can come when you get small, you go score against the run of play. But trust me, once you have more possession, you can. You have options. I mean, my way, Sabi.
Yes,
once you get ball, you have a lot of options.
Of course. You know one thing about the second half when I like from the Moroccans, we say yes, they come out full the second half. You know, they try play the ball for France half. And that's what they are doing, putting pressure on France, both their defense, both their midfield and all. And believe you me, if they continue like this, France will chop goal. They force France now, they play defense. All the midfield of France now, they see them.
And not just that, because of that, there's been a substitution. VQ, tell us about
Yes, Marcus Thuram, son of the legendary player who, of course, won the World Cup in 1998 with the French national team. Lilian Thuram, yes, his son is on now. He plays for Borussia Mönchengladbach, and he is in this team tonight. Probably the French side are also looking at the fact that, okay, Giroud can actually find the back of the net from anywhere he is in the box, but we need somebody who can press from the front. Thuram is 25, and they need somebody who's also a bit pacey, can run better than Giroud can, and they just want somebody who can unsettle the back line so that when they get the ball in those areas, Giroud will not be thinking, oh, I'm too deep, let me be thinking of supplying an Mbappé, at least run into space a bit. But they themselves are also making changes. Nesyri and Boufal are off now. Yes, of course, and they have new names on board. Talking about Hamdallah. Hamdallah, of course, is on right now. And then you have, Aboukal. Yes, Aboukal is on as well. Hamdallah, by the way, used to be at... he was a player who used to be at Al Ittihad now. But at some point, of course, he used to play at Al Nassr. Yes, he used to play at Al Nassr. He was the guy who was signed from Morocco that joined Al Nassr, and he was banging goals with so much reckless abandon that they had to let go some of the players. Amrabat, the older one, and the likes of Ahmed Musa, because this guy came from nowhere and he was scoring goals. Like they could score 5-3 in a match and he would score all 5. He was unheralded, but he came into the side and he started performing. So, yes, he's come off the bench now and he's a poacher. Make no mistake, if he finds himself in that area, he would score goals because he dons jersey number 9. So, it's not even a joke that he wears jersey number 9 for his side. He might be playing in Saudi Arabia, but I don't think a lot of these guys, they care. A lot of them are not exactly used to leaving home. And so, when they leave, they also want where... the language and the culture will not be a challenge for them. So yes, they're pretty much comfortable in places like Saudi Arabia and Qatar and what have you. So yes, it's pretty much working for them. Let's see what happens as far as this one is concerned. But some 23 minutes of normal time left in this game. It's game on, no doubt about that, because the way Morocco have actually gone about this, Marcus Thuram has got a whole lot to do as far as this is concerned. The Moroccans have got to keep it cool. They've got to keep it cool. They have a game that is still pretty much something they can get something from. But in situations where you find strikers trying to wind down the clock and hold up play, you really need to keep it cool, because if the cards start flying, you put yourself under immense pressure. And I think in terms of tenacity, in terms of the intensity of their play, in terms of the hard work, Morocco have coped with everything France have thrown at them today in this game. Probably they were not ready to concede a goal as early as that, but you can't tell what your opponent is actually using to work against you.
All right. And for now, it is France 1, Morocco 0. 69 minutes gone in this game. 09040,089, 09041,089. It's called football. 090.
Nah.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hey, well done.
Hello. Baba Ferry. Baba Ferry. Good evening. Good evening. I knew they are gonna beat Morocco, Jari. Make France and Argentina. My name is Noah.
You're welcome, Noah.
Yeah. I knew they are gonna beat Morocco. Make France and Argentina play final, and I want France to win the World Cup again. Yeah.
Nice one.
All right, thank you.
I don't know why I feel if France advances, Argentina will win the World Cup. Huh? Is it?
Seriously. If Messi catch this back line, when I go fall on 3 times and I'll blow 3 penalties. When I don't know what to they play with.
Okay, 09040,089. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hey, Pop Moon. I hear you.
Baba, I hear you too.
This day, man, let's have the idea.
You don't know as they go.
I don't see any team in France. On a different team. Argentina will see if Morocco wants to win this game. They should just concentrate. French. There's no team in the midfield of French. This French team. See, the back line, they are coming. They can't match Messi. I even want France because I want it to be a payback against 2018. Now, Argentina is giving that payback. They are giving Croatia a goal. Croatia don't collect the payback 3-0. Now, I want the final. I'm patriotical. I want France to win that final. And now it's Argentina so that they can get their payback for 2018. This is a brand new Argentina. See, nothing is the factor. His movement alone will kill them. I don't see in French defense. Varane, Fofana, they are not strong. I think Morocco has someone, a finishing striker like Aguerd alone, and a killer passer like Messi. They will have pocketed this game because they are dominating the game. But there's no quality finisher for Morocco. I want this game to finish in France. Let them go and set it. I can bet his man with that. I pay your back. What's that? Argentina will win this game. I'm telling you for free. There's nothing special about this France. The midfield is weak. I'm telling you, it's only the defender that I work with. The midfield is weak. They can't match Argentina. I'm telling you. They can't. I want it to be a paper. So that now Argentina has given Croatia a goal. Now it should make France. Now it will be another 2 great workers. Thank you.
All right, thank you. It is 72 minutes. We'll meet our chairman, CEO, Brila Media, Dr. Larry Zamoje. 72 minutes. Says 73. France 1, Morocco 0. 17 minutes to final whistle. You can add 3 or 4. Because there will be added time. But France lead Morocco by a goal to nothing. Kochi, welcome back, sir.
Thank you very much, Remy.
Kochi, it is still France 1, Morocco 0. The Moroccans have been pushing real hard. There have been different substitutions. In fact, Olivier Giroud had to be pulled out in this game as well, but France still lead 1-0.
Yes, very early in the first half, there was a knock on Giroud, and we saw him limp a little. So he's been playing with pains, and they don't want to risk him now that they believe they are so close to an Mbappé Messi final. So that's what they are trying to do.
Interesting. Can the Moroccans
and then
get
for Morocco, they stabilized the defense. How I wish they started with the defense line they now have, where you are not managing anybody. And so what they are trying to do now is to push up and have the defense line build gradually. But the problem is that the midfielders are not covering up enough, and so you don't have the 5-man defensive line. And that's why each time there's a break, a counter, it becomes very, very dangerous for Morocco. Morocco is looking at France. France is playing a very compact game, so they are trying to be narrow. So you find that we have spaces on the right wing and the left wing. So enough spaces. But when you come through the middle, you don't find any space. So Morocco is exploiting those spaces. But one mistake that Morocco is doing is that they are not putting anybody on Griezmann. 3 times in the last 15 minutes. Not a defender, but Griezmann stopped what would have been the forays of Morocco into the very dangerous part of France. So somebody should be very close to Griezmann. By that I mean somebody should be ahead of of Griezmann, because he's the one who seems to be the one clearing when the defense is able to snuff out the Moroccan forays. And so Griezmann is having a wonderful game, playing as an attacking midfielder and also a defensive midfielder when his team is under pressure. One thing that Morocco has also done is to throw in 2 attackers. Aboukar is of Toulouse in France, and the other young man, Hamala, is of Al-Iqtad. And so they have 2 more strikers, and that's what I mean when I told you belief should come in.
Interesting. Interesting, no? Morocco. Thanks so much, Kochi.
Yes, thank you, Kemi.
Yes.
Again, Griezmann.
Yeah. You know, he's been
Griezmann is everywhere.
So
somebody has to be on Griezmann. Somebody has to be on Griezmann.
Somebody should keep Griezmann busy.
Look. It is not a joke that they have greased him for this game. He is so greased that he can wriggle into anything.
Wow.
They have greased him. He's the man that has been greased. Yes. So it looks like that's why he can fit into virtually any position. I've seen him drop into the defense line to clear the balls. I don't know if they plant a man on him, if that will lead to offside. But he doesn't stay in one place. And that makes it...
the man will keep him busy.
Well, that could be a thing. But when he doesn't have the ball, what's the man going to do?
There's no attention on him.
That's when he switches.
Yeah, so the moment there's not attention, let one man keep an eye on him.
Look, well, that could make a lot of sense. But if you have a game you are chasing...
When you are already moving and you are getting to the final third, one man should switch roles and be on Griezmann.
Oh, well...
even if it means shoving Griezmann. So
I think that looks good, though.
Yes, even if it's shoving, so that you don't even get to even... Your attention will not be on the person disturbing you. I mean, not waste, it's right here.
That could work, but Morocco will have to give up possession then.
You be defender, then the attack. You be attack and then you don't attack. You can't get one man who say, they always spoil on attack as they come. What's in that go do that kind of person?
It depends because if you get a man with always spoil on attack, that means say
that's from the opponent. So
from the opponent, yes, cut the ball. Yes, that means say yes, they do a good job for your own side. So we too go do it. We go try to make sure say we'll do something to take him out of the game as well. Yes, the mountain man.
You keep him busy.
Of course, when you disturb it, when we see say yes, they give us problem a lot. What do we do now? Is either we plant a man to follow you, or we try to do it. We try to take you out of the game.
But we have a situation.
We think kick you get injury and you go out.
Okay, the kick might work, but we have a situation where Griezmann has played as left, right, second striker, main striker, and central midfielder.
You know one thing about Griezmann? Huh?
He's about the most versatile.
Griezmann is the kind of player every coach won't get for a team.
Yeah.
You know why? Because
he offers you options.
He don't know how to stay one place. He runs round the whole pitch. He helps in defense, helps in midfield, helps in the attack. So when you get that kind of a player, for me, that plus. is a big plus. So for me, he's doing a very, very, very good job for France tonight.
But they need to keep him busy. Okay, so there have been substitutions. VQ, talk to us about it.
Yes, and the man, of course, from another Spanish club is the man who's coming to this game right now. He plays for Eintracht Frankfurt. That's, of course, the man who's joined the French side right now. Talking about Kolo Muani. Yes, he's replaced Ousmane Dembélé. He plays for Eintracht Frankfurt. He's 24 years old, and he's a man who's coming at this point in time. Pace is not a problem for him, neither is goal scoring. And so, yes, he's one man who's going to offer as many options as possible. But I tell you what.
Update, the second goal is coming. It's goal.
It is his first touch. It is his first touch off the bench. 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 Kolo Muani.
Update.
Top striker, a man comes in the 79th minute and scored in the 80th minute. It is his first touch of the ball in this game, and yes, he has made it happen. The reason he was brought on in the first place, because they wanted to have a presence in the box. Thuram can actually go to that Mbappé position. Mbappé is now playing a bit advanced for Griezmann to play a bit with the ball winners in Fofana and Tchouaméni. So yes, they needed somebody who would go in that area, and I guess because he's not a typical winger, maybe, I'm guessing, because I don't know what's in the minds of these guys, they sort of ignored him. And he had the last run into the box, and he had just one walk, one job. Tap it into the net in the 80th minute. You don't want me?
Okay, the German CEO Brila Media, Dr. Larry Zamoji, is back with us. Akochi, it is France 2, Morocco 0 now.
Well, Sammy, because so many Nigerians do not know the name, Muani. Let's say that his names are Rando Kolo Muani. And he's 24 years old. He was born in Gondou in France. And the young man plays right now for Eintracht Frankfurt. I remember in 1998, before Mbappé was born, a guy from Denmark got onto the pitch when we took on them. And within 22 seconds, scored against our own Peter Rufai. That was the night I took a duck, after predicting that Nigeria was going to beat Denmark. And after the game, when I was called by the journalists to continue my interview, I pretended I didn't see them calling me. Now will have to tell us if this was less than 22 seconds, although I think it was more than 22 seconds. But that's the story of France. Again, Morocco has given their very best. If they lose this game, it was all bad for the team getting into this match. Doctors worked very hard. Players wanted to play, knowing that they were not fully fit. That affected them, and in the course of struggling, this team did not concede a goal from open play. And so when they got that goal, when they conceded from open play, on a day, the greats of the team were not 100% fit. It was difficult to adapt, and there was nothing the bench could do. Morocco has done well for Africa, and at least it's in the record books that Africa played in the semi-final of one World Cup competition.
Thanks so much, Kochi.
Qatar
France
2022.
2. Yeah, France 2, Morocco 0. Thanks, Kochi.
Yes, so it should go down now to damage control.
Damage control. Make you not go N30 like yesterday. Okay, 09040,089, 09041,089. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening to you. What's your name?
This is Stanley calling back.
You're welcome,
Stanley. Yeah, I called in when it was 1-0 and I sent it over. Some people called in and they're like, don't give us so easy. Is that how we do in Nigeria? Blah, 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 blah. Now it's 2-0. And I also remember saying it's not going to be a whitewash. Maybe 2-0, 3-1, like I said last time.
Even though, Stanley,
no, but see, we didn't play the game to the highest level, but we coached to some high levels that we know, okay, we know how to lead the game to some extent. So obvious that France was never match. Maybe they went one goal up because that destabilized Morocco's, let's say, game formation. It was always going to be difficult for Morocco from the beginning. So it's just obvious. If you look at all the things Morocco has faced, I'm sorry to say none of them have they have not faced this kind of potent attack like that of France. With all due respect to the Portuguese and the other rest, you can't compare their front line to that of the French. This French has fantastic forward line from Griezmann to Giroud to Mbappé to Dembélé. So that's just for me. So it was over from the first goal. So Morocco have never been coming from behind in this World Cup. So it's a new experience to them. Coupled with what Galari said, most of their players are injured. There's one defender they just removed now, and he's a defender also. He was a short kid, he removed the first because guy was injured. Amala, or what's his name? He was not fit for this game, he was on the bench. So a lot of things didn't just go well for these Moroccans. And considering first was very obvious in the beginning. I was actually watching the match. Maybe the first goal entered. I just stopped watching the match and went to go and do all that because I knew it was over. It was over from that first goal. They have tried. They can play the top place in Croatia. They finished third. They beat Croatia, which I believe they can beat Croatia, and they finished third. It's a very good one. It's a big plus to Africa. Going to the next World Cup, we're going to have like 9-10 candidates from Africa. So it's going to be a big plus for us. They shouldn't cry after this match. They shouldn't feel bad. They have done really well. So we're all proud of them. They never gave them chance after doing that one good time. So it was way back from the beginning. So good to them, good one for them. Also, I did not fan due to Messi in that final. I won't lie, I'm very scared. I'm scared going to that final because the fans going to be very tough for Messi and Argentina. But wishing Messi and Argentina the best.
All right, good. Thank you so much. Thank you. France 2, Morocco 0, 85 minutes. What's the stats like? Pius is right here with us. Pius is here with us. What's the stats like, Pius?
Yes, of course, Bafemi Raji. After 85 minutes of play, France, of course, are leading 2-0 against Morocco in this particular one. 39% of the ball to the French, of course, 61% of the ball to the Moroccans in this particular encounter. After 86 minutes of play, 15 goal attempts to France, and of course, 7 to Morocco in this particular one. 2 goal attempts, shots on goal in that one for France, and of course, the same number of shots on goal for Morocco. Shot off goal 8 for France, 4 for Morocco. Block shots 5 for France, and of course, just 1 block shot for Morocco in this particular encounter. 11 free kicks for France, 14 for Morocco. In terms of corner kicks, we've had just 4 corner kicks in this particular encounter. So if you've played over 7.5 corner kick, over 8.5 corner kick, tear your ticket. Just 4 corner kicks are in this game. 2 have gone the way of France, and of course, same number of corner kicks for Morocco in this particular encounter. 4 offside calls for France and just 1 for Morocco. Throw-ins 12 for France, 15 for Morocco. Goalkeeper saves. Lloris was called to action, or have been called to action twice in this particular encounter. Why Bono, of course, has not made any save in this game. Of course, he's considered 2 goals and he's not made any save. 10 fouls for France, 10, the same number of fouls for Morocco. 1 yellow card in this game after 87 minutes of play. Yes, just 1 yellow card, and that has gone the way of the Moroccans. Yes, of course, I must say they've been quite lucky to have just been issued just 1 yellow card in this game because they've been attempting a lot of dangerous plays, yes, in this one. 336 total passes for France, and of course they've completed 296 of those, while for Morocco 535 total passes, and of course they've completed 480 of those. Tackles 21 for France, 15 for Morocco, and in terms of attacks, yes, the French national team amassed a total number of 88 attacks. 21 of those were dangerous, while for Morocco 119 attacks, 48 of those were dangerous. Of course, the Moroccans have been attacking dangerously, but of course, the French national team have been keeping their defense quite tight, and they've been sucking all the pressure, and they've been scoring all the goals. 2 goals in this particular encounter. The first goal came via the boot of Théo Hernandez. Yes, on the 50th minute exactly, that was when he got the first goal in this particular encounter, while the second goal came from the boot of Kolomwani. Yes, of course, the 79th minute, he came in just a few seconds after he came in. Yes, of course, talking about the man that plays for Eintracht Frankfurt, 24-year-old, of course, Randa Kolomwani got the second goal for the French national team. Of course, they lead this game by 2 goals to nothing in this particular one. Yes, so the only player that have been issued a yellow card in this particular one is Boufal, talking about, yes, of course, yes, on 27th minute in the first half of this game. Yes, Sofiane Boufal, the man that plays for Angers, 29 years of age. Yes, he's the only man to have been issued a yellow card in this particular encounter. Of course, 90 minutes already, a few seconds to 90th minutes, and of course, the referee, the fourth official, will soon raise his board for additional time in this particular one. Of course, the French national team looking like they will have advanced straight into the finals of this year's FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. And of course, you all know that they will be playing Argentina in this one. My thoughts, it looks like an interesting game. The Moroccans have actually been very, very, very good. Like I must say, they've given their all. And of course, they will actually see third place is what they will be hoping to play for. And of course, we'll see third place. Of course, they will be taking on Croatia in that particular one on Saturday, and of course on Sunday will be the final. 090400889, 090410889. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening to you.
Even I greet you.
We greet you.
Where is Topo striker now?
Are they here now? Who else they here?
Topo, I greet you.
What's your name, Babami?
Yeah, so Dave.
Hey, Dave, where you now? France 2, Morocco 0. 90 minutes now.
Topo, you see, even though I'm an African, it would have been an injustice to football for Morocco to win World Cup. I don't like that kind of football they're playing. You sit back looking for counter. Is that how they win World Cup? Let the people that want to play good football play fine and win World Cup for us. As the champions. Only is that one football? I don't like that kind of football, please. I don't like they have tried, but that's not the way to play football. We would have been a big injustice to football for Morocco to win World Cup. What are they playing? I beg, let them go home, please.
All right, good. Thanks so much. Thank you. 09040,889, 09041,889. Hello.
Hello. As you defeat us, you defend them. I defend them. From the country.
Okay, now 6 minutes added. 6 minutes added time.
Let me chop money where I tell you say my wife refused to.
How far? I'm not settle that family quarrel.
I don't. The money don't turn to Christmas bonus now. Now I just said that they settle also. I don't give you money for Christmas and New Year. You know that.
Yeah.
But one thing I want to say this: people are one thing about us in Nigeria. We watch football with sentiment. To me, that's my own point of view. In the sense that I told people most times where I used to watch the league. I told them that, see, the final is between Argentina and France. They said, what do I mean? I said, since Argentina lost that match against Saudi Arabia, we are seeing a different Messi. I think you can testify to that, sir. Messi does not run after loose balls before. But loose balls, tackles, in fact, to the extent that referee, they fight another person, coach. They fight the referee. I say, World Series don't protect Messi. You understand? And France, playing against Morocco can't stand them. Let us not give excuse for the fact that they have injury. That's why the other team is better than them, because they can manage their players. But you giving us reason that you have injuries, your players are getting weaker, then that means you are not fit to play the final. If you get to the final, you will mess up. You know? So to me, I think the final will be worth it. Argentina against France, which will be a sweet match.
Argentina versus France.
It will be a sweet match.
That's sweet game. Okay, 09041,089 and 09040,089. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening to you.
Yes, good evening, sir. You pay me as a bit
Wait till
Morocco.
your name before I begin paying you.
You pay me.
Wait till be your name.
Shegun from Koundé.
Shegun, why they paying you? Wait till they paying you.
Kai, you pay me. Since they don't be beat all the big team now, this with France now, I ain't going to just swap on commodity like this guy.
Okay, no wahala. You just say you did there now you go to comfort all the Moroccan chicks then, but no wahala. I don't say you know they there. 09041,089, 09040,089. Now so now 50% off at a time gone. 09041,089. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Oh, yeah, Baba.
What's happening, Babami?
I'm fine, oh.
Yeah, what's your name?
My name is Adams.
Welcome, Adams.
Yeah, Morocco played beautiful football, but Lord was not on their side.
Hey.
Oh, yeah,
Babami.
More use it. I just don't see it. Babami. As an hour person, you be. About who sorrow. Big Morocco win.
At this time.
Right now, it's possible now. If I give me.
Now you go.
Oh, yeah.
Now you go do it. Don't be me.
All right. Whatever.
This guy won't give me. He won't stress my small heart while they manage. Small like while they manage. He won't stress me. My spinal note. The guy what? 09041,089.
It won't stress your spinal notes. Don't agree.
Yeah, I agree to you too, Baba. Okay, go ahead.
From command. I know girls are also was to the fact that Morocco try. They try their best.
Of course they try. They play ball. Morocco play ball. Now lock no just.
My brother, if not Nigeria lose for fourth place for semi-final like this, we'll go applaud them, say you have done well. I not even want to go that story, but I'm saying that if it was Nigeria, I'll personally be proud that we came this far.
Okay.
But on a serious note, now because of this down.
That's so. All right, thank you.
It's almost over. 5 of 6 already gone. At a time, France 2, Morocco 0. It will end. Coachy.
I will take you to the city called Manchester in explaining why Morocco could not make it beyond this stage. In that city, you have a top of the table club. But not top of the table right now because Arsenal is leading when it comes to the EPL. When it comes to those defending the title, the EPL, you talk about Man City. Now, Femi, at Man City, when they have to replace Cancelo, there is an equally good player. Yes, the game is over 2-0. Congratulations to the French and congratulations to Morocco. That's what I was saying. When they replace Ruben Dias, they don't want him to play. You find Akonji. You find when Laporte is told rest, you find John Stones. You also find that when Kyle Walker is unable to do it, they have an equally good person from the bench. So that is what we've had with Morocco. We found today that Mazraoui, who played for Bayern Munich, was injured. They had to patch him up and brought him to play. When he couldn't continue, the replacement was Atiyat Allah, who played for Wydad Casablanca. From Bayern Munich player to Wydad Casablanca. 2 good teams, but one is in the Champions League of Europe. The other won the Champions League in Africa. Femi, when it was time to tell the West Ham player, Aguerd, you don't look too strong, don't play. The replacement was Dari from Brest. I hope you follow it.
Yes, Coachy.
Femi, Saiss, Romain Saiss was of Wolves, now of Besiktas. When it was time to replace him, the man who was told to replace him, Amala, who plays in the Belgian league for Standard Liège. I repeat, when Foden is not playing, they throw in Grealish. I hope you follow it.
Yes, Coach.
So Saiss said to us many years ago, reporters everywhere in the world, that only a gang wins the World Cup. And that the bench determines it all when it comes to a competition. It is not a one-off game. It is a long haul. It is like flying from Lagos to Australia. So you have to keep enough men to join you to do the job. When one hostess is tired serving, the one who brings the food must also serve it with dignity. So that is what we are talking about. When one pilot is getting tired and wants to take a nap, the other who takes over must be equally as good. So the bench of Morocco was not too strong. And because it was a long-haul competition, injuries came and the replacements were not good. Coming into this match, the coach knew he didn't have the ammunition to stop the ravaging attackers from France. And so he saw that all he could do was to still believe in the big names that helped him get to this stage. And that was why he still called on Roman Saiss, still called on Aguerd of West Ham, still called on Mazraoui of Bayern Munich, and still called on Hakimi of PSG. But what happened? 3, Aguerd got injured before the first whistle. Mazraoui could not continue after halftime. Saiss lasted only 21 minutes. The that they brought were players from Brest, players from, you know them, with that. So they couldn't contain Mbappé.
At all.
How do you take that kind of picture? Mbappé standing with a player who is from Brest, from Standard Liège. So that is what we saw today. But give it to Morocco. It is in the record books and I hear them. They beat Belgium. They beat, they drew with Croatia in the group stages. They sacked Spain. They dismissed Portugal. They made Ronaldo cry. We'll not forget that.
Wow. Anyway, interesting one. So it is Argentina versus France final, Kochi.
That one a match.
That one a real match.
You will see the fluidity of the French against the aggressiveness of the Argentines. If the ref is a man who likes cards, we will see plenty that day.
Well, it is well. we expect the best. And all the best to Morocco, too, in their third place game on Saturday against Croatia.
Interesting, Messi, Ronaldo era ending. Who becomes the big name player. And so they won the tout most now, Mbappé, against the one they tout the most, who is ending it, Lionel Messi. Wonderful thing. Mbappé versus Lionel Messi. France against Argentina. What a game ahead for us all.
Wow. Thanks so much, Kochi.
Yes, thank you very much. And kudos to Morocco.
Yes, great job, Morocco. Kudos. Thanks so much, Kochi. We've had the chairman CEO of Brila Media, Dr. Larry Zamoje, our chief analyst right here. And big thanks also to my West Happy finalists. One call and then we'll wrap things up. Hello.
Top Pulse.
Bye-bye.
I greet you. Good evening.
I greet you too.
Victor, my big man friend.
Yeah, I greet you too.
I greet you. Yeah. Top Pulse, my name is Undu DC.
You're welcome, Undu.
Top Pulse, congratulations to France. But Top Pulse, I want to ask you one question. And for Africa, they lose for.
You say what?
As Morocco lose, now Africa they lose for.
How?
No, you say they win, they win for Africa. So if they lose for Africa. That means they have.
Not the same thing now. Everything is for Africa.
Okay.
Yeah, Morocco is an African country. Ooh, wow. Okay, so guys, that's it for the day. I want to appreciate everyone. It's been a wonderful one. But don't forget, we're inching closer to the 18th of December in 4 days. It will be the Brila FM World Cup watch party. It's going to be the final match between Argentina and France. Piccadilly Suites. Hotels and Suites in Lekki. Agungi Lekki is the main zone. So come and let's have fun. We'll have massive, awesome fun. Plus, it's going to be the final. And a great final it will be. Messi will face Mbappé. Okay, thanks everyone. That's it for tonight. Appreciate the entire crew. The digital team, Niyi, Sheyi, Josh. The other guys are there. The entire programs team. Yes, talking about FJ, Judo Boji, Sharafa Konibelo, Oge Ogwo, Clive Sugar Joy, Emeka Dena, Alan Smith, Majek. Appreciate y'all. And the news team, Anthony Becker, Deleba Yinka, and indeed, VQ to become. Appreciate y'all. The engineers, we feel you. And then never off transmitter, we see they talk. Michael Ulumaji, Ulubadon in waiting. Engineer Okper, Shilana. Nice job, guys. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Pao Sahamba. Great guy. And thanks, Breezy Baby. All of our guys in programs team, I appreciate you. And that's it for the day, people. And our man as well, Tobia Dekboju, correct guy. And we have a lot of Moroccans to console tonight. And I'm sure we'll be going for the bibs. That's it for the show on the show today. This has been Brila FM's coverage of the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. And I'm the topmost striker, Babafemi Raji Oyela. You don't joke, idiots, huh? Oh, Shadubulebo. Okay, our biggest thanks to you out there listening to us and contributing. We're there here for you. God bless you all.